Exploring creation myths. Different cultures have myths to explain the origins of the world. Do you know of any stories about how the world was created? Today, we will define creation myth, discuss the Egyptian creation myth of Iunu and the Chinese creation myth of Pangu, identify and discuss the similarities and differences between these two creation myths. A creation myth is a story that explains how the world, universe, human beings, and living things were created out of nothing. A jumble of jigsaw pieces can look confusing and chaotic. But when put together into an image, chaos has been transformed into order. Creation myths usually focus on this idea of order emerging from chaos. Let's read a couple of examples. The Egyptian creation myth of Iunu. In the beginning, there was only chaos. Then, a powerful god named Atum appeared. His spit created the air god Shu and the moisture goddess, Tefnut. From this pair came Geb, the god of earth, and Nut, the goddess of the sky. But Geb and Nut couldn't be together because Shu stood between them. This separation created the earth and the sky. The Chinese creation myth of Pangu. Once upon a time, the entire universe was shapeless, until Pangu, a mighty giant, woke up from a deep sleep. As he woke, he pushed the sky and the earth apart. Pangu stood tall, and the sky rose high above him while the earth sank below. He continued to grow, causing the sky to stretch farther apart. Pangu's breath became the wind, his voice the thunder, and his body the mountains. When he passed away, his body turned into the natural world around us. How do creation myths explain nature? These stories try to explain how the first people, animals, plants, or anything in nature were created. Creations are often the result of a character's actions or interactions between characters. Can you recall what were created in the stories we just read? Wind, rain, and thunder. How does the myth of Iunu explain these? How does the myth of Pangu explain these? The air god Shu and the moisture goddess, Tefnut, were formed from the spit of the powerful god, Atum. As Pangu grew, his breath became the wind and his voice the thunder. The earth and sky. How does the myth of Iunu explain these? How does the myth of Pangu explain these? From the Shu and Tefnut came two deities, Geb, the god of earth, and Nut, the goddess of the sky. Shu stood between them, separating the earth and the sky. The earth and sky are close together before Pangu, a mighty giant, woke up and pushed them apart. Let's think. Aside from the idea of order arising out of chaos, what do these stories have in common? Similarities. Here are some details that the myths we read have in common. Both are creation myths. The earth and sky are created in both stories. The earth and sky are both split or separated apart.